Hi guys, so today I am here to do, oh man, I forgot to look at the name again. It's the Never Have I Ever, uh, the I Never book tag, which was created by Lizzie Faye Loves Books. She created this last month for her booktube anniversary, her 1 year booktube anniversary, so yay, congratulations. I just am really lazy and haven't been doing videos that require premeditated thought, if you know what I mean. So, um, I did find books that meet the challenges, so now I just have to find my little window. Okay, perfect. So this basically, the game like, oh, I've never done this, I've never done that. So this is like that with books. The first one is I never read that. Name a book that you've never read that everyone else has. For that, I have picked Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen because I feel like literally everyone has read this except for me, and I still haven't picked it up. I'm going to keep picking it up and touching it because I love my copy, but number 2 is I never read anything so awesome. Name your favorite book. This is very, very, very difficult. I love a lot of my books. I don't have a favorite. So I picked my 2 favorite books from my 2 favorite authors, like my favorite book from each of my favorite authors. That makes sense, right? So the first one is Sirens of Titan by Kurt Vonnegut. Kurt Vonnegut is, like, I love him so much. I'm drinking out of my Kurt Vonnegut mug because he's the best. I read this a while ago, though, so I don't 100% remember the plot. Let me see. Yeah, it just says on the back basically what I remember, which is an outrageous romp through space, time, and morality. So it's just, I'm so bad at this. Maybe I should talk about books right away when I finish reading them. But yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I'm gonna, I think, reread this next year as well. I almost kind of want to reread this in December, but we'll see, because I need to, it's my favorite of his, and I've only read it once, which is shame. The next one that I have is Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World by Haruki Murakami. Haruki Murakami is also one of my favorite authors, and this is definitely my favorite book by him, hands down. It alternates between, I think it's between chapters. I don't know if it's like between sections and sections, but goes back and forth between The End of the World and Hard-Boiled Wonderland. And it's just so good. Very magical. That same, like, Murakami feeling that you get in most of his books. The girl and the boy, and I think there's unicorns in this one. But it's so good. It gives me so many feels. I know Adam from Memento Mori hates this book a lot, so awkward, but I absolutely love it, so the next one that I have is I Never Thought I Would Get Through It. Name a book that you didn't like but powered through it anyway. I have A Pale View of Hills by Kazuo Ishiguro for that. I went through this thing because I absolutely loved Never Let Me Go. That was one of my favorite books. Also, I love that book so much. It gives me so many feels, and so I was like, I'm going to read everything Ishiguro ever wrote, and I think this is his first, it's his first book. It's on the back, the highly acclaimed first novel, but I don't know. I didn't really like it very much. It was very strange. I'm going to have to give it a reread, but there is like some kitten murder in this, and I don't know if I can deal with that even in a book. Like, I don't know. So, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This is a very, very weird. If you've read this, please let me know what you thought of it, because I don't know. Oh gosh, where am I? I will never finish that. Name a book or series that you don't plan on finishing. I don't have that with me because I got rid of them, but the James Patterson series, the murder mystery series, no, the Women's Murder Club, the first to die, second to something, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to finish that series. I'm not giving up on James Patterson completely. I will possibly retry some of the other ones, like The Along Came a Spider and stuff. I think those are his books too. I just can't, I couldn't deal with the way that he was writing from those women's perspectives. It was ridiculous and not authentic, and just, I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with it. Next question, name. I will never regret reading that. Name a book you read solely on recommendation that you ended up really liking. For that, I picked Bird Box by Josh Malerman. I read this year for the BookTube Recommends project that I've basically stopped doing at this point, but maybe I'll continue. And Paul from A Common Touch of Fantasy recommended this book to me, and it was incredible. I had heard of it and I had wanted to read it, so it was on my list of things that I wanted to read, but I definitely would not have, gone out and bought it and read it this year if he didn't recommend it to me, and I'm so glad that I did, because it was so creepy. I think this is the creepiest book I've ever read, and I'm so happy about it. Thank you, Paul. The next one is, I would never do that. Name a relatable book character who made choices you didn't agree with or did things you would never do. So this was really, really, really difficult. Also, I picked the main character from The Secret History by Donna Tartt. What's his name? I don't even remember. Daniel? That's probably not it. The narrator of this book is who I'm thinking of. Why can I not think of his name? Whatever. The main character of this book, I relate to him vaguely in that I'm from California and that I always wanted to be part of like a niche group of people, kinda. But I would not have done the stuff that he does in this book. Spoiler alert. No, never mind. No spoiler alert. Just stuff goes down in this book that I would not have been okay with. I would have been like, see you later. I'm going over there. Don't want to have anything to do with this. I'm very much like a law-abiding citizen. I don't want to deal with it. So yes, that was all I could really come up with. Sorry, guys. The next one is, I never wanted to admit it. Name a book that you were embarrassed to say you read or were embarrassed to carry around with you. For that, I've got Strictly Taboo by Jade Black. This is really weird erotica. It's 3 short stories. I read this last year, I think, for some kind of readathon. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm embarrassed, obviously, to read erotica in public, and also this is just not good erotica. So I'm keeping it, though, because it's my first that I ever read, and so I feel like it will always have a special place in my heart. And I did laugh pretty aggressively because it's so ridiculous. It was really funny. But yeah, I don't think I read this in public, and I don't think I ever will, because I'm probably not going to reread it. The next one is, I never read anything so heartwarming. Name a book or series that really touched your heart. Surprise, surprise, Harry Potter! I feel like this is the first time that I'm showing Harry Potter on my channel. I think that's accurate. Because I've also never reread anything. I'm gonna maybe reread this next year too. But yeah, so heartwarming, touched my heart. Especially this one, the whole part about Snape and Lily, like I can't even think about it because it makes me start to cry. I have this like problem with, not problem, but I get very emotional when there's like unrequited love or like someone dies that someone loves very much, and it like, and that whole part, I was crying like a little baby when I was reading it. I mean, heartwarming. It touched my heart. I cried a lot, but it also made me very happy in parts. Oh my gosh. I don't remember how big these things are. They're like gigantic. Anyways. Sorry, y'all. I never laughed so hard. Name a book that made you laugh out loud. I don't know why I still have this book. I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell by Tucker Max. This book is basically garbage, but I loved it when I read it. I absolutely loved it. I don't know if you've heard of this. I don't even know when this came out. I think I read this when I was like late high school, early 20s. came out 2006 and I graduated in 2005. So yeah, just right around there. Like when I was 18, 19, I read this, and it's this guy who has a lot of sex and drinks a lot of booze, and I was like, ha ha ha, this is so cool and funny. And I mean, it's probably not, I'm not gonna reread. I mean, maybe I'll read a little bit. I did laugh out loud though a lot. So if you like reading about people's like horrible exploits in life, he's not a good person. He's a really, really bad person. And he has sex with so many people. Too many people. Anyways, I mean, no judgment. Whatever. He can do whatever he wants. The last question is, I never could have made it through childhood without it. Name a favorite childhood book or book series. And I have picked Goosebumps for this. Goosebumps and Fear Street, because let's be honest, they're all so good. I unfortunately don't have any. I got rid of all my books when I was an angry teenager, like all my kid books. So I was like, I'm too cool for this. And now I'm just like, Stephanie, why? So I would like to try to recollect these books again, because I love those series. They were my jam. I'm not surprised I'm a huge horror fan, because those are the books that I enjoyed reading when I was like 7, 8, 9 years old. So anyways, yes, those are the books. This video is so long. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to tag some people. Oh gosh. Okay. So I would like to tag Adam from Memento Mori, Hannah from Craving Books, Monse from The Rejected Manuscript, and Caitlin from Zombie Eats Books. I think that's what the name of the channel is. That sounds fine. That's enough people, right? I don't know. Anyways, let me know if you've done this tag. I'll link Lizzie, Faye, I think Elizabeth, I don't know how she goes by, Elizabeth, her original video below, and all the questions below as well. And have a great day.